Welcome back, dear viewers. And in this segment of our program, we are going to talk about the role of civil society in achieving sustainable development. And we are joined here in the studio with Dr. Soraya Duval de Dampierre, and she's going to tell us more about this. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
First, before talking about sustainable development, I'd like you first to, as a health and wellness consultant, first define to us what is wellness.
Wellness is the triangular relationship between body, mind, and spirit. It is the balance between these three aspects together that are responsible for the well-being of the human being. And if any imbalances occur in these three aspects, it will have an impact on the person in form of illness, in form of emotional or physical illness, and being aware of these three different parts of wellness is extremely important in order to create a happy, healthy, functioning human being.
So what about energy healing?
Energy healing is part of the wellness concept because everything, as you know, in the universe is based on frequencies, it is based on vibration, and energy healing deals with the vibration that matches the human being, that matches the different organs of the human being, and creates a kind of balance and stability, restores that has been actually imbalanced by the person through a bad lifestyle, through bad nutrition, through bad thoughts. Wellness means that your thoughts are positive, your food is not junky, because if your food is junky, your mind becomes junky, and that you nourish your soul as well, you nourish your spirit.
So you believe there is a relation between your food and your mind?
Definitely, of course. This is there is a very correlative relationship between
what you eat and your mind.
Exactly, between what you eat and what you are, what you eat. You are what you eat. Food is extremely important. Supplements are extremely important. Minerals in the body are extremely important for your balance, for your mental, emotional health as well.
So how to be healthy through energy healing and alternative lifestyle?
How to be healthy?
Yes.
Well, this is a very important question. We are in a kind of revolutionary era right now with the new technology, healthcare technology that is available. It is now, you know that quantum energy or quantum physics is something that has impacted technology and has impacted the world tremendously. Quantum physics is apparent in our computers, in our mobile phones, etc. And now we have this kind of quantum energy that is trickling down to the human being, where it is possible now to use for individual use through these different technologies available in the healthcare industry that could impact our health tremendously. And as we go by, I will show you exactly what kind of technologies are available that would change our lives tremendously. It's transforming our life. It can make our life paradise on earth. So especially if we talk about quantum technology and if we talk about water technology. Water is life. And with this new technology that I will explain, we can create paradise on earth.
Okay, we'll go back to this important point, but first we'd like to go back to our main topic for today, which is the sustainable development and your work with the different civil society organizations to improve lifestyles of people.
Actually, it's not a different point.
Yes.
Sustainable development has to do with this triangular relationship that I was talking about between body, mind, and spirit, between this wellness concept. Okay, because without health, there is no sustainable development. Without health of the human being, there is no sustainable development. You cannot ask for sustainable development if the human being is sick.
Yes.
If the human being is emotionally and mentally not capable of functioning properly in the society, if he's not happy, if he has pain, if he is not happy, if he's not aware, if his thoughts are distracting. So this is why actually the fields are so interrelated and interconnected that it caught my interest as well. So being in the wellness field, sustainable development is something that has to follow it by default. So for example, the projects that I'm involved in right now are projects that help the human being in creating this wellness triangle. And our slogan for the project is wellness and happiness for all. So we have like the objective to create a prototype village where we help the village to restore itself from infrastructure, from all the building, the housing, the infrastructure,
yes.
Different kinds
of...
Excuse me?
So you are trying to give them all their needs, water,
all the,
ceilings, walls,
exactly, yeah, exactly. And then go to
education,
the person,
yes.
Education, health, of course, and then go to the person themselves and try to empower them, empower their thoughts, show them how to live a healthy lifestyle, teach them nutrition, parenting, help them find skills that they could develop and have an income from it, help the youth that are in this environment and this village as well. So it is a village like building a whole village from A to Z.
Building or renovating the village? So it is existing, this village is existing now and you are trying...
These villages are existing.
And you develop these...
yes, we are developing them,
yes.
but in some cases we need to
build.
We need to just tear down the houses and
build from scratch.
Yes, and start from scratch.
And then how do you people there react to your sessions and to your wellness discussions? Do they accept this? Do you feel that they are ready to implement what you say?
We are still at the very
yes.
embryonic stage, so
yes.
We are still planning actually.
Yes.
So it is not, we did not
started.
implement, we haven't started, we did not implement yet.
Yes.
But of course all these aspects are put into consideration. We are going to involve the society itself in what we are doing, because without, you know, any development projects, without involving the society and making them aware of what is going on and what the benefits are for them and what is in it for them, it would be very difficult to sustain the project and very difficult to start the project or go ahead with the project. So the buy-in of the people is extremely important.
So you are still now in the stage of preparing for
yes.
this project,
yes.
and then you will start implementation
yes.
stage
yes.
after that.
Yes.
So why did you choose Upper Egypt?
Because Upper Egypt, as you well know, and it's not a secret, is the area that is most marginalized
yes.
in the society in Egypt.
Yes.
It is an area where people are in need of everything.
Yes.
They are in need of health care, they are in need of education, they are in need of skills.
Did you visit these places?
Yes, I did. Yes. Yes, yes, I did, and what I saw, actually, through my research in, for my PhD, I was also involved in Upper Egypt, and I came back now to see what has happened in Upper Egypt in different villages, not the same villages that I was researching in, and I found that the situation actually has become worse. It has deteriorated since 10-15 years ago. It has even become worse. So these people, they are not living, they are existing. they are only existing. They are marginalized, and they are in deep need of any support, of any help that we can give them to empower themselves, not just to give them donations. We have to give them skill, we have to give them empowerment, we have to give them awareness in order for them to help themselves.
So did you organize any sessions for people there, or you haven't started this?
We haven't actually started yet. It's still in the planning phase. It's still in the initial planning phase.
But you want to gather women and talk to them about different issues to empower them?
Yes, yes, of course.
These plans? Tell us about your plans.
Yeah. Well, I want to go back actually to the healthcare issue.
Yes.
Because the healthcare for the women of Upper Egypt is extremely important.
Yes.
Water, for example. Water technology. Water technology which is now reaching a cutting edge that has to be implemented in Egypt. And I think Egypt has the right to start this new technology that is going to be revolutionary, because there is something called H3O2. H3O2 is the fourth phase of water. You know that we've all learned in school that there are three phases of water: liquid, solid, and vapor. And there is a fourth state of water, which maybe not many people have heard about, which is the H3O2. It is existent in nature. It is available in nature. It is spring water.
Yes.
And you know, water is life. Water is the great healer. Without water, life
stops.
It stops. And actually, our water everywhere on Earth, except in few places, is dead. Only a few places, like in Japan and a few mountainous areas in the United States, you have these spring water, this natural, pure spring water, where people there reach over 100 years and they are fit and healthy because of the water. Our cells are all atoms and movable water atoms. So if we drink healthy water, this will have a tremendous impact on our health. This kind of technology can also be used for planting. We can plant without using fertilizers with this type of water. We can, we don't need to use huge amounts of water in order to plant very vast areas, and we can really have good food again from this water, without it's organic food that we can benefit from as human beings without using these genetically modified foods or fertilizers on the food. So we have the water feeds the plants feeds the human beings, and this will impact on our health tremendously, because 90% of our body, even more than 90%, is water.
So you want us to apply new technologies for water?
For what?
For water.
Not only for water, for healthcare.
For healthcare.
I want to apply, or not to apply, I want to use the existing technologies that are already here.
Yes.
And just, you know, highlighting it. I'm just highlighting it. These new technologies
can solve many problems,
It will solve many problems. It will create paradise on earth, you know. Imagine that only through water people can become healthy. I mean, this water therapy is something that is very well researched and discussed nowadays. It is something that is extremely important and vital for the planet, for planet Earth. So this is what I want to highlight. I want to highlight also the supplements that can be used in order to make the person or the human being healthy. You have different kinds of supplements that are existent in nature. Okay, because of pollution, because of bad lifestyle, etc., all these existing minerals and natural minerals that are in our body have been depleted. They have been depleted. And this is why we need now to take all these extra things. We need to take these supplements, for example, zinc, magnesium, silver water, gold water. 0.02% of our body is gold, but because of the pollution, it's non-existent anymore in the body. So we need to get it from outside. And I mean, these products, they are miracle products. They are really miracle products. They are products that maybe the ancient Egyptians have been using, but we have forgotten them. Something called silver water. Something called...
From where can we get this silver water?
It is available. It
Yes.
is available actually here in Egypt.
Yes.
It is available. It is produced here in Egypt. And
From the normal water, you can...
excuse me?
From
Yes.
normal water, you can produce this silver water, or...
No, it's not from normal water.
Yes.
It is, as I said, the H3O2
chemical
water.
reactions,
It's this water that I'm talking about,
Yes.
which is the natural spring water.
yes,
Yeah?
from wells.
Yes, H3O2 water, and it's being manufactured by
Some
this type
companies.
of water. And you have nanoparticles of silver in this product, which could be very beneficial for the person's health in many illnesses. People can have an alternative lifestyle instead of going to doctors and taking medications and going through all this painful process, whether materially or physically. We have something natural that they can take and use and become healthy.
So you want to give lectures to women in Upper Egypt and in different parts of Egypt about importance of improving their health and
Exactly,
improving the health
yes.
of their children.
Yes.
This
yes.
is one of your ambitions.
Of course, this is one of the goals, of course, that,
Yes.
By creating awareness
Yes.
of this alternative lifestyle for women,
Yes.
to raise the quality of life of people, to make them actually live happy, you know?
Yes.
This is the most important thing. People are in misery. They are in misery because of their lifestyle. They are in misery because of their thoughts. They are in misery because they have no... it's not the
No
material.
hope.
It's not the material aspect.
They don't have
actually.
any hope.
It's not the material aspect. Yeah, it's not only that they don't have money. No, they don't have. They don't have hope.
Yes.
They don't have hope.
Yes.
They don't have. They don't see anything to live for. Okay,
Yes.
and most of all. I want them to be healthy human beings, happy human beings.
And what about education? Are you planning?
Education is the core. Education, this is what I'm talking about,
Yes.
is actually education. What I'm
Health
stating
education,
here,
yes.
it is education. Education is not only what you get in school. Education is not what you read in the books. Education is raising your awareness and being able to think.
Yes.
Okay, so for this reason, we've been also thinking of opening Montessori schools.
Yes.
In these villages,
yes.
in these areas. Montessori schools are schools that it's not a school, actually, it's a preschool, where children are left to their creativity. Where the strengths of the children are being recognized and realized and built on.
Yes.
And where they learn how to become creative, how to be in symbiosis and in harmony with nature.
Yes.
How to go back to nature and live actually in harmony with their environment. I think this is very important because what I saw and what is happening also all over the world and in Egypt is that people are being disconnected. They're being disconnected from themselves. They're being disconnected from nature. They're being disconnected from their true nature and their true self. Yeah, and I think this is what is creating all the chaos.
Yes.
And technology is fine. Technology is an advancement. Is something that we cannot keep. Is something that we cannot say we are not going to follow technology, or technology is something that is negative. No, technology is extremely positive if we use it for our benefit. If the technology does not control us, but we control the technology. So now we have the chance to use this technology in healthcare. So why the hell don't people think of that? And and start using this great technology for their own benefits, for their health, for their happiness. Use this water technology. Use the knowledge of quantum energy, which is frequency and vibration. Use these different devices, that are available for your own health care. I'm now combining energy healing with the use of these different kinds of devices.
Yes.
Yeah. So devices that are based on frequency, on vibration, and as well as my healing modality. And of course, it becomes very powerful because you're not working on only, you're working on the physical level with the frequencies, addressing the problems and illnesses that the person has on the physical level, and you're also addressing the mental, emotional aspects of the person. So again, we have this balance and harmony of the triangular relationship of body, mind, and spirit, because the person has to empower, human beings have to empower themselves from inside. They have to see...
Have a positive look to the world.
Yes, of course, a positive outlook to the world, and they have to look at their thoughts and their perceptions in a positive way. The way you think, the outcome you get is the way you think.
So as a specialist in communicative sociology, how did your field of study have an impact on your current activities?
Yeah. Well, you know that I've been always interested in the human being.
Yes.
The human being, for me, has always been the core of my attention. The stories of the people.
Yes.
The joys, the sufferings, the different cultures, the different patterns, different societies, different religions.
Improving their lifestyle.
This is something that was always attracting me very much. It was something I was raised in a society where I was very fortunate actually to come into contact with many different cultures.
Yes.
Okay. As a child, I was born in Vienna.
Yes.
I was raised in Vienna for some time. My dad is Egyptian, my mother is Austrian, and I came into contact with different religions.
Yes.
And this somehow triggered the interest in me of knowing more about the person. I'm very curious about knowing more about people, always.
Yes.
Even when I'm in a taxi, for example, or something.
You have interest to know
what
goes on the mind of people.
Yes, exactly. Automatically, they start talking about their lives. They start opening up and discussing their problems. Even I don't know them.
Yes.
So this, of course, if this is my interest, then it's only natural that I should go into these different areas of wellness, sustainable development, and
improving lifestyle of people in general,
and
in a different way.
Not trying to help people, trying to show them the way. You know, that's it. Because you know, there's a saying or a proverb that tells you that you can force a horse to the waters, but you cannot force a horse to drink. So it's just like guiding and showing, and then it's for them. It's for them to do what they want to do with what they have learned.
Dr. Soraya Jival de Dampierre, Health and Wellness Consultant. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And by that, we come to the end of today's edition of Cairo Local Time.